सनातनाय सूक्ष्माय सुगुणाय सुशान्ताय सम्पूर्णाय सुशीलाय श्रीनिवासाय ते नमः। पद्मेशमित्रशतपत्रगतालिवर्गाः हर्तुं श्रियं कुवलयस्य निजाङ्गलक्ष्म्या भेरीनिनादमिव बिभ्रति तीव्रनादम् शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्. What happened in the previous two slokas? The verse 10 is all about the buzzing of the bees, right? So they create this ringara, the dhvani is there everywhere. And in verse 11, it is the sound of the churning, which is very, very loud. In this sloka, we will see that Anand Swami has combined these two together. So he's integrated the bees and this loud sound. What happens here? Padmesha Mitra Shatapatra Gatali Vargaha. So this is one phrase, it's a Samasta Padam. So Padmesha Mitra Shatapatra. Padma, we know, is lotus. Padmesha, Isha is the Lord. Mitra, ally, friend, can also be the sustainer of the world itself. Shata, all of us know, is 100. Patra, petal. Gata, Gata, having gone, have gone to. Alivargaha. Alivargaha is the swarm of bees. Hartum, in order to surpass, in order to win, outdo. Shriyam, the beauty, the luster. Kuvalayasya, blue color water lily is called Kuvalaya. Nijanga Lakshmiya, Nija, one's own. Anga is body. Lakshmi, beauty, splendor. Nijanga Lakshmiya, the luster of one's own body. Beri Ninadam Iva. So, Beri is the drum. Nada is the sound. Ninada would be the humming sound. So, Beri Ninadam Iva, like. So, like the sound of the kettle drums. Beri Ninadam Iva. Vibhrati. So, they are making sounds like that. They are vibrating with these sounds. Tivra Nadam. Nada is sound. Tivra Nada is the very intense sound. Tivra Nadam. Sheshadri Shekhara Vibho Tava Suprabhatam. So, what happens in this is the sound of the bees and the different flowers are explained here. So, Padma is lotus, the red lotus. Shatapatra, Shata is 100. Patra is the petal. Shatapatra is the 100-petal lotus. So, the 100-petal lotus is usually the golden lotus which is there. Kuvalaya is the blue water lilies. So, in this sloka, there are 3 different flowers mentioned. The red lotus, the 100-petal gold lotus, the blue water lilies. 3 different things are mentioned. Usually, when we speak about the lotuses, the blossoming of the lotuses can signify daytime because it is associated to the sun. The golden lotus, in addition to the association to the sun, also has the color of the sun. It is golden color. The water lilies work in the reverse way. The water lilies will bloom with the moon, but will close down with the sun, contradicting what the normal lotuses do. Also, just as the color, the golden color of the golden lotus resembles the sun, the color of the water lilies is usually compared to the color of Bhagavan's body. because he is blue in color. Like how we speak about Neelamega Shamala, the Kuvalaya is also a color which you compare to his body. So we have to know this background in order to appreciate a lot of what goes on. All right. So let's see what happens here. Now the dawn has come. So all the lotuses have started to bloom. The bees are there, buzzing everywhere. In addition to all this, what is happening is all the blue water lilies are now closing down. Anand Swami now makes this beautiful connection of the buzzing of the bees to basically saying that, look, I'm so beautiful, right? The bees are as if they are saying like, look, I'm the black beauty. I'm so beautiful because the eyes of Mata Mahalakshmi is also the color of the bees. And their sound is so loud that they are telling the bees, look, you are closing down, but while I am opening up. So they sound as if their voice can shut down even the kettle drums. It is so loud. They are so proud that they are fighting a war against the water lilies. So there is this fight between the sun and the lilies. The bees are portrayed as a friend of the sun, which is speaking loud for the sake of sun and fighting against the Beri. Hartum Shriyam Kuvalayasya Nijanga Lakshmiya. So in this phrase, if you notice, there are two words used for beauty, Shriyam and Lakshmiya. Both these words are actually words that represent Mata Mahalakshmi. Shri is a name for Mahalakshmi. Lakshmiya is a word for Mahalakshmi. But both these in this context refer to the beauty or the luster. Now, how do we understand this? Let us first take the sun as being the Padma Mitra. Now, what happens? Sun is related to the red lotus. He is the lord of the red lotus. So, Padma Mitra. Shatapatra Mitra. He is also the Mitra of the 100-petal lotus. The black bees are also related to the 100-petal lotus. You know, they are actually the friend of the 100-petal lotuses. Blue water lilies are the enemies of the sun. So if we take the other interpretation, what happens? Lord Venkatesa is there. He has a blue-hued body. And Padmavati Tayar is there. She has the beautiful black eyes. Now the blue water lilies are connected to her eyes. And the blue water lilies are also connected to the color of the Bhagavan's body. And Padmavati Tayar is connected to the red lotuses. So, and instead of the lotus, we can make use of the reference as the Padnesha as being Bhagavan Venkatesha. So much is communicated in this lesson. What does all this lead us into? So that gives us a lot of interesting interpretations. When Bhagavan is there, Padmavati Tayar sees him, she herself is Padma, so she blooms up, right? So that is a normal interpretation. But now, what we can understand from this context is that the sun is making this lotus bloom, and the moon is making the lilies actually bloom. So Padmavati Tayar here is making Bhagavan bloom because he is blue-hued. So it is a converse that we admire here. So Padmavati Tayar makes this blue-hued Bhagavan actually bloom with delight. And she's always there with Bhagavan, so she's always bloom. And also, usually they say, right, the Brahmanda and Pindanda, what it says is whatever we see in cosmos is one iota of the greatness of Bhagavan. So here, whenever we see the sun rays and the lotus blooming, instantly we can think of Mata Mahalakshmi blooming to Bhagavan. So it is a direct relationship on how we can associate this. If this temporary blooming can be so beautiful, how will that blooming be? The Lord is so beautiful that whenever we remember these small bees which speak about its beauty, we should be reminded of Bhagavan's beautiful body and also Mata's beautiful eyes. Bhagavan Venkatesha is a friend of these bees, right? But why? Because they are the friends of the spouse Padmavati. They are so devoted to Padmavati Tayar, and because she is the eternal companion, she is recommending, be nice to these bees, oh my lord. So she becomes the referral, therefore Bhagavan becomes their friend. So anyone who approaches Mata become dear to Bhagavan. So why is that important? Because Bhagavan treats even a bee as his friend. So this shows the extent to which Bhagavan can extend his hand. For him, whether it's a bee or a human or a parrot or a Brahmarishi, does not matter. The Bhagavan Saushilya is seen by he being a friend with the bee. So here, Mitra can also be for the bees, where Bhagavan Sri Venkatesha itself is the friend of the bee. There can also be a negative way of interpreting it, where Padmesha Mitra is taken as a Bahuvrihi. Bahubri Samasa, where Padmeshah Mitram Esham Te. So this would mean those to whom the spouse of Padmavati is a friend. Here the meaning could be that Bhagavan is approaching the bees, but the bees are busy fighting with the blue water lilies. They are not even caring about Bhagavan, they are fighting with the water lilies. So what happens here is it refers to the mundane things that we are doing here. Bhagavan is trying to befriend us, but we don't care about Bhagavan. We are doing our regular, mundane chores and not even looking at him. So that would be the thing, which means that we have to get rid of these negative things in order to go and listen to what Bhagavan has to tell us. He is always a willing friend. The Tirupati Devasthanam is also given one more interpretation, where they are saying that the blackness in this represents the blackness in each individual. So when the sun comes or the Venkatesha comes, right? So they bring in, like how we say, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Asatoma Sadgamaya, right? So the jivas are in the darkness, and this darkness has to be removed by the brightness of the sun. So when Venkatesha wakes up, the tamasa is taken off, and the sound made by these bees in this context is the bhajans and the nama sankirtanas, through which we get awakened, right? So when we constantly repeat Bhagavan's name and do nama sankirtana like the bees are doing, then the blackness in us is got rid of and the brightness actually blossoms up. So many interpretations for this beautiful sloka. Padmesha-mitra-shatapatra-gatali-vargaah hartum shriyam kuvalayasya nijanga-lakshmya bheri-ninadamiva bibhrati tivranadam sheshadri-shekhara-vibho tava suprabhatam. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैवा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि.